or not, you can be rest assured that we got you. And you can count on us, by, sticking with us. Because we've got you. And of course, we have we have everything, and we have more to be thankful for. It's the end of the week. At least you go through the traffic, and then you get home, and then you rest.
The week was very eventful, and I'm sure it was for you as well. By now, we assume that you guys already have plans for the weekend, so we're going to also help you put some little nuggets inside of there, and we'll like you to know that, hey, those plans aren't the same without us. Yeah.
You got to tell them again. They didn't hear you clearly.
Aren't the same without us. By the way, Winfrey's going to be joining us, by the way. So she's looking very nice today. And we have a very interesting show all prepped for you guys. So
all right. There's something exciting infused in every episode of the show. And you know what we do here every Friday. You got to tell them.
So, for a Friday, remember, we always like to call it Titi, where are you? It's game day Friday.
I promise you that we had a heart in our head.
This one does not, she's broken, she doesn't work. But we'll fix it, don't you guys worry. We play games today. We have special games all ready for you guys, and we're going to be telling you guys more about it as we go on.
Yeah, it's a fun-packed Friday show with so much lined up, guys, so you don't want to miss any part of it. And he's Mazino Appeal, just in case you forgot to know. Remember?
Yes, indeed. I'm Mazino Appeal. You don't need her name anyhow. She's MM Akoche. So stick around, guys. You guys are going to love this one. We've got a very interesting one coming up for you with Winfrey also. Do remember now you can catch us on YouTube if you've missed any of our editions from all through the week. TVCentertainment.tv is where to look for. And also Facebook, Instagram, social media generally. Search us out at TVC Connect. And remember to use the hashtag WakeUpNiger on TVC when you're trying to send us in a comment. That's how we track you guys.
Yes, you could also download the app and on all your Androids and iOS stores, guys. We've got you covered. Of course, we kick things off with fashion, and we have an award-winning designer and creative director at Crystal Luxury Wears. And her name is Christiana Yaya Olalekan. She'll be joining us later to talk about her beautiful pieces.
Yes, indeed. And if you are a fan of the show, then you would know Fridays are for movies, and we will be reviewing a movie everyone has been talking about. Yeah, you know. But wow, what a Friday it started out to be.
You took the words right out.
You were going to save the day, however. That's how we can trust that. You can always trust an Emma to be there.
Take that sarcasm and shove it
up. I'm serious now. I'm
saying thank you. Use it to drink a cup of coffee to take it down.
See why it's difficult to compliment MM, because she doesn't believe you when you tell it to her like it is. But I actually was very appreciative of the fact that you were already here and then there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, well.
But if you're out there and you're on the 3rd Axial Road, it is immensely horrible. It is the worst traffic I've seen in 3 years.
So I think it got worse yesterday because there was an accident. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That involved 2 cars, on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. So I'm guessing that's what actually really caused the traffic, because this cars went in flames.
Oh.
It was a really bad one.
Now I see. I wish I had that information last evening. Then I would have made extra preparation for today to be out maybe an hour even earlier. But an hour earlier for me would be,
because if you notice, in the last couple of days, the traffic had, there was no traffic.
So
it had gotten better.
Another thing I noticed for today's traffic is the fact that there's so many articulated vehicles leaving Lagos. There's trucks laden with metals and scaffoldings and tanks and everything, and animals and all of it. They're all on the road. It's like a zoo. So I figured that that's also why, because they're very slow moving. And there's this thing they do where they stop and then they put bricks or blocks or something under to stop the trucks from rolling back. How is that even legal? Why do we do it here in Nigeria?
I guess that's the job of the FRSC. They need to check those vehicles.
I need to be a marshal.
Yeah.
Anyhow, still a great Friday. The weather is nice, a little drizzly out there, but that's only inside or within our locale. Let's check out what it's going to be like for you guys around Nigeria. And you're welcome. It's a Friday morning. My name is Mazino Appeal. Let's start Wake Up Nigeria with the news. We do security matters now, where in Kaduna State, at least 8 people have been reportedly killed by armed terrorists in Ataknje community of Zangon Kataf local government area. Now, although the police authorities are yet to comment on the development, Francis Sani, the chairman of Zangon Kataf local council, revealed that the assailants stormed the community at about 9 p.m. on Wednesday. The bandits invaded at least 5 houses, during which they shot 8 people dead, while 4 others sustained varying degrees of injuries. Meanwhile, troops of Operation Forest Sanity have intercepted a large quantity of ammunition being conveyed to bandits by an illegal arms supplier. The troops also arrested a suspect, Aminu Abdullahi, who was driving the vehicle around a pole wire burning Gwari local government area of the state. In a statement by the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, explained that the troops followed up on credible intelligence about gun-running activities in the area. Now, the President-elect Bola Tinubu has been named among the 100 most influential people in 2023. Winning an election in Africa's most populous country is no easy feat. But Nigeria's newly elected President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has had nearly 2 decades to prepare. Called Jagaban, or leader of the warriors, by his supporters, the now 71-year-old ran in a presidential election for the first time this March. His campaign slogan, "It's my turn," was a nod to his role as a long-time political power broker. Asiwaju Tinubu helped restore the country's democracy in 1999 after fighting military rule, and then served 2 consecutive terms as governor of Lagos. Asiwaju Tinubu's win with the ruling All Progressive Congress Party came in a fraught election and by wide margin over Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. Now, leaked U.S. documents have revealed that disagreements in Russia's security apparatus led to the defense ministry being accused of undercounting casualties of the war in Ukraine. Russia has said very little publicity, or rather publicly, and about the scale of its war deaths. But the files show the FSB security service claimed officials were not counting deaths of the Russian National Guard, Wagner mercenaries, and others as well. Russia has already warned the leaks may be fake, deliberately dumped by the U.S. However, the detail corroborates that what was already widely known, that Russia's military and security groups have had frequent disagreements about the handling of the war in Ukraine, and that Russia was avoiding publicizing the numbers of dead and wounded. The FSB's reported calculation of almost 110,000 casualties by February is still far lower than numbers this week in previously leaked U.S. documents, which estimated Russian losses at between 189,500 and 223,000 casualties, with 35,000 to 43,000 men killed.
Now that you've got your fitness on, let's update you on the front page review. The front page newspapers, I apologize. Yes, and we'll be starting with the Vanguard newspaper. Making the headlines here, we have on poll, "I defeated you," Tinubu tells Obi. "You have been losing since 1993, he replies. Atiku says call for runoff poll baseless. And on the Chibok girls, 9 years after, authorities unable to protect children, says Amnesty International. And also making the headlines here, UK apologizes to Peter Obi for wrongful detention. We are not aware of British government's apology on Heathrow's incidents, says Labour Party. And also here, $460,000 for feature. You can't rewrite history, Atiku's aide tells Tinubu. And that's all we can take on the Vanguard newspaper. Let's move over to The Guardian. Let's see what's making the headlines here. On Senate presidency, Kalu Akpabio lead as South jostles for Lawan's seat. And you can find more of that story on page 6 of the paper. CBN takes custody of dormant funds from banks. And accountability concerns thrill yearly. 63.46 million barrels oil swap deal. And aviation workers threaten 2-day warning strike over COS welfare. And also here, beaches for the reach, from solving chronic erosion to privatizing beaches. And that's it on The Guardian. Let's move over to The Nation newspaper. Making the headlines here, Tinubu to tribunal. Petitions by Atiku, PDP not competent. And on the riders here, we have not joining Obi, Kwankwaso invalidates suit. suite rather, and voters in FCT not superior. And at the top of the paper here, Time lists Tinubu among 100 most influential, and nobody trapped under collapsed Lagos building. 25 rescued, 7 injured. And on Haiti, government spent 13 trillion naira on petrol subsidy in 6 years. And let's see what's still making the headlines here. Nigeria working to meet malaria vaccine deadline. Ghana okays use for children under 3. And that's all we can take on the front page this morning. Let's do some facts finding, shall we?
Welcome, and it's time for What's Up and About. Welcome, Winfrey.
Thank you.
Good to see you here. How was your getting to work this morning?
It was amazing.
You came right, in tune with each other.
Exactly. We always do.
Every Friday,
Traffic,
actually.
Yeah.
In any case, we've got something very interesting for you guys. Are you onto online dating? Are you looking for a man or woman and haven't been able to find that person that matches you? Well, guess what? Prophetess CCO Power says, don't do it. It's unchristian-like.
Wow.
Anticlimax, I know. But Prophetess CC here says that online dating is not for Christians, it's not for believers. You guys should stop doing it. You guys are married, but you have friends who are looking for, and perhaps maybe on online dating apps. Now I'm wondering, everything is going online. Even the word of God is online. You collect offerings online. You've married your husband. We don't know whether it's online, but eventually you don't want people to marry online. Why is it unchristian-like, do you think she thinks? I don't know. Any thoughts?
Well, first of all, I'd like to know what her reasons are.
It's the work of the devil.
I'm sure she has her reasons for, condemning online dating. Yes, has the online dating platform been abused? Has it been used as a platform to rip people off, to exploit people, to scam people? Yes, it has. So maybe from that angle or from that perspective, she has her reasons, right? But then again, you find love in a hopeless place. You can find love anywhere.
Where did you find love?
I found
TVC,
love
okay, moving
in the
on.
office. Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
What do you think, Winfrey, online dating?
It's just like saying you should not sell your business online. It doesn't make sense, in my simple opinion. This is 2023. Things are moving digital. And the truth is, we'll definitely always find people that will always find it difficult and hard to literally move with the times, progress with the times, and all of that. Now, of course, the onus of being careful is on whoever is finding love or trying to find love. I mean, a lot of these apps that literally say, okay, fine, we'll help you find love, is more of like a hookup like platform. So it is your response, just the same way, I mean, even as a human being, you're online, you're trying to buy something from the internet and all of that. There are scams all over the place. Does that mean you stop doing it because there are scams? No, definitely. So I just think people are and they just use the whole Christian thing as a charade to just propagate whatever thing flies into their heads. And I think everyone is, you're open to your own opinion, but then again, have your opinion and keep it as your opinion and don't impose it on other people.
So for me, there's something about having a mass of people that listen to you. It's like you can easily just start a cult. Whatever you say goes. So I believe that people have to be careful. Like you said, there must be other reasons. Maybe we didn't get the full scope of what she's talking about. Maybe we just got a clip of it. But then again, when you have these kinds of opportunities to tell a whole lot of people one thing,
what to do and
what to do, your preference is mostly your preference.
It's your preference,
you know. One has to be very careful. I don't see anything wrong in it. There might be, like you've noted, certain disadvantages, but the onus actually lies on you, the individual, to be secure, to check and balance everything that needs to, the world is such a what do you call? See, even if you're living in Festac and you're dating somebody in Isolo, that's a long distance relationship already.
Even aside that,
I mean, look at traffic and everything.
Let's leave it. Okay, our relationship with God as Christians is it closer to online than physical?
Explain. That's interesting.
Have you seen God before?
No.
Okay. Do I still need to talk?
Very interesting.
That,
I've never thought about it that way.
So that's the way I see. Spiritual.
Well,
have you seen your spirit
before? It depends
before?
on actually how you
I'm just
see
saying.
it, because like our relationship with God is personal and it's different, right? For me, I see God everywhere. I feel Him everywhere. So that way it helps my relationship with him, right? It helps to build that relationship because
see
I
God
see
in
him,
me?
I feel, I see him in you.
Ooh, girl.
Right.
Should I take that
Especially
as
on
a...
days where your head's like, God is correct. Yeah, so I see him everywhere, and you know what? We always expect God to come in a beautiful, in a beautiful and
Obvious apparition.
yeah, way.
Boom,
But
God,
then again,
hey.
it's also in the little things. It's even in the mistake. It's in the errors because you learn from all of those things, and those things also help to build and shape who you become
Yeah.
as a person, as an individual. So, right, still coming back to Unlike This because I think we have delved into another.
Everything else,
yeah,
yes.
but then, hey, like Winfrey said, the onus is on you. If you feel like online dating is where you're going to meet your mister, the rib of your ribs and the bone of your bones
Take
and the
it.
lower rimi of your
Take
life,
it.
please.
Online
Go
is just simply another space. It's
be
virtual,
careful.
but it is a space, and there are communities in there. You
Right.
can meet people anyhow. There are people in Christian organizations that have met and are married and are still very strong inside of the Christian faith. So I don't think it's to be condemned. I do not think she was absolutely condemning
Yeah.
it. Like I said, the clip we saw, it's just a bit of an
Exactly.
entire sermon. So I'm not going to outrightly go and say, But in any case, find love where you want. Be free.
Love in a home.
Sing us out. Sing us out.
Not me, Mazino, don't call me out.
We're free.
Just sign off.
Sing us out.
People, yes, it is the Wake Up Nigeria show, and with me in the kitchen is Chef Esther. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Love it. It's our first time. It's not your first time on the show,
Yes.
but it's actually our first time
Together,
together on the
yes.
show. Wow, interesting. And it's where have you been though? It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, perfecting your culinary skills,
Yes.
making sure that you get it, done and, come give it to us here on the show. So this
Yeah.
morning we'll be making mashed potatoes and steak. Ooh, my favorite, guys. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that would never go to a restaurant to ask for rice. Or, yes, so there are two things that I always look out for on the menu.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes with steak or pasta or
Nice pasta.
lasagna. Right. Those
Yeah.
are my favorite. Those are my go-tos whenever I go to a restaurant. So let's run through the ingredients for our mashed potatoes and steak.
Okay, so we have the potatoes. I'm using sweet potatoes.
Okay.
Fresh sweet potatoes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Never tried mashed sweet potatoes. Right,
Yeah.
but hey.
Fresh sweet potatoes. Then I have, our beef, of course, our steak. Then I have butter. I prefer to use butter to oil.
Okay.
Yes, so I have milk. So like, first of all, like we'll boil this,
Okay.
then mash it, season it, and then add milk. You can use heavy cream.
If you like.
If you like.
To give it that extra
Yes,
fluffiness
exactly.
and
Yes,
softness.
you can
okay.
go for heavy cream.
See, I know how to cook
Then
too.
yeah, you can season your steak. Like it depends on what you like.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like to use garlic powder.
Okay.
I like to use bouillon.
But what are we using today for
Today
our
we are
steak?
using garlic powder. We're using stock cubes. We're using sazon mix.
What's a sazon mix?
Like it's a group of herbs like onion, parsley.
Okay, like a combination of
yes,
different
exactly, of
herbs.
different herbs
okay,
together.
Okay.
Then I'll just be using spring onion and carrot for garnish.
Ah, nice. So aside from the fact that this is a very interesting meal, it's also very healthy as well.
Yes.
The kids will absolutely
Love it.
love mashed sweet potatoes, not just
Yes.
because it's mashed, but it's also sweet, right? Because
Yeah.
like it's sweet.
Sweet,
compared
yes.
to the Irish one. And then, guys, it's affordable.
Exactly.
It is affordable compared
Yes.
to Irish potatoes, right?
Yes, Irish potatoes are so expensive.
Now, there is another issue with the steaks that a lot of people have, issues with. A
Yeah.
lot of people avoid, working with a steak.
Yeah.
One, you're not sure how to properly cook it. It's because like you cook and then it's not properly done.
Yeah.
Somewhere. And then for some people, it says medium rare, want it rare, want it rare. So
Yeah.
tell us, how rare is this going to be cooked?
Okay, this will be well done.
Okay, like
Yes.
really properly
Yes,
done.
to be properly done.
Okay.
But then some people like it rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or medium rare.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But
You
this
know
is
what?
well done.
Let's get cooking, right? So,
Yes.
yes, with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Esther, and she's making mashed potatoes with steak. Yes, I'm excited because this is one of my favorite. I love mashed potatoes. And, yeah, steak. And so later on, she's also going to tell us what part of the cow this is, right? Because, I mean, she's a chef, right? Okay, so while we're prepping things up here for our mashed potatoes, let's head over to the couch for movies. But hey, let's check out the movie that we'll be reviewing.
Welcome for Movie Gist here for Wake Up Nigeria Feel Good Friday edition. And of course, I'm here with the ladies, the ones that suggested that we see Creed the last time. I've not forgiven both of you, but it was a good movie. It was all right. But if you are a Puritan from the whole Rocky days,
You are rude.
I'm sorry, but
This is 2023. We need to move. Or whatever Rocky was.
let's do a movie.
to
for
whatever
today.
Creed is.
You've already seen a movie. We're talking about Gangs of Lagos, and it's been on everybody's lips the past 1 week since it came out last week. I've seen it 3 times actually, and with my
What
wife.
were you looking for?
So I see a movie first time to enjoy it, and then I go like, oh, great movie, and then I start to critique.
Did you see Creed 3 times?
I did not see Creed once. I
You
saw
didn't
it
even
half.
see it once.
I tried to
Oh my
see it
God.
once. It wasn't.
Seems like you were looking for something. That's why you actually went to see it.
Yeah, I do look for things.
It's because it had Michael B. Jordan in it.
That's why you saw it.
And
You saw
he's
it
a
because of
good-looking guy. We all know what good-looking men do to you. So please just go ahead with the reviews already.
But you will still come back now.
Okay. Let's do Gangs of Lagos. You've seen the movie. You saw it before everybody. You've seen the movie after everybody was talking about it. But these are very important because there's a certain thing with Gangs of Lagos. If you saw it without any influence, it's a different experience
That when you see it
after
all
the influence, especially
reviews.
if you talk to Mike. or MM, yes.
I will say that. So I actually did see it again yesterday.
Good.
I was actually looking for the errors. And to be very honest with you, I will say it. Out of all the Nigerian movies I've watched, this is the most cohesive movie. It comes together from scene to scene. The transitions are not too out of the unexpected. They sink in perfectly well. As I said earlier, it was a good depiction of a movie where the DOP, director of photography, and the director were in sync.
Good.
The shots, the angles were good. For me, still the best I've seen out of Nigeria.
I agree with you, but that said, let's check out our parameters here for the movie. Let's talk about dialogue. And real quick, you're going to give a star, 1, 2. Let's talk dialogue now. So, how out of 5 you'll give it how many stars for dialogue? Mr. Bestman, if you can help us take score for every single thing. So for dialogue, Winfrey, what would you give?
I'll give it, I think the dialogue was great. I love the fact that you could hear everything. It wasn't too much, even with the narration. So we had dialogue, we had narration. They were not over talking, they were not under talking. It was on point. I'll give it a 3.2.
3.2 out of 5. MM, you'd give it a what now?
For me, the dialogues seemed rehearsed.
Okay.
I could feel it.
Okay.
It didn't feel
Admit it.
real. It didn't feel
Admit it.
original. So I'll just give it a 2.
She'll give it a 2. That's a 3. That's a 5.2. I'll say something about the dialogue. Most of it was in Yoruba. I appreciated
Yes,
that, but
I love
most
it.
of the Yoruba seemed like they had learned it, rehearsed.
Yeah.
So it was a bit choppy.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't smooth.
if I wasn't Nigerian, it was easy on my ears, especially with the subtitles.
platforms.
So I'm not going to give it a star.
So
You guys
now,
can-
the dialogue when it comes to movies, now are we talking about the dialogue as in the script dialogue, or we're talking about the performance dialogue?
performance
There are two
dialogue.
performance
You
dialogue.
are very academic.
That-
when it
exactly.
comes
So
to-
no, that is not dialogue. I'm talking about the dialogue as regards interpreting the story
Okay.
and what it's had in its context.
So you
That's
see,
what I'm
that's
talking
why
about.
I'm not giving it any stars, because you're the expert. Cinematography.
Cinematography was also good. I'll give it a 3.
MM, you'd give it a what? Moving on. What is it? Come on, real quick.
Okay. For cinematography, to be honest, I was okay, I'll just give it a 3.
A 3. Okay, that's a 6. All right, for special effects and visuals, you can see that the pictures were really good. There were very many effects in there, especially the final fight scene. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the final fight scene with Kazima on the roof was mostly effects. I could catch a few flaws there, but I still thought that it was nicely executed.
Yes.
Okay, so did you see the final scene?
Wait, okay, so the final scene.
start
So
scene.
first of all, give your stars and then we'll go there. We'll go
Okay.
there. This segment might not be enough, so we might need to overflow into another segment. But I want you to talk about that. But your star for what's it called?
Special effects.
Special effects.
So now for special effects, I will give it a 2.
And out of 5, wow. Wait,
I'll give it a 2.
wow.
2.5.
2.5. Okay, can't wait for your movie.
Okay, so for special effects, I'll give it I'll give it a 3.
A 3, okay.
And that's because
5.5.
they made a good effort. They made a good effort with the special effects, the makeup, especially with what's this guy's name? Toby. Toby's stars on his back. They looked very, real,
Okay.
right?
All right,
So
cool,
for
cool,
that,
cool.
yeah.
You were going to talk about something. Now, the final scene ended. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there was what people have been arguing was an error, and other people say no was part of
it was an error. You
Okay.
you can't explain it out.
In this movie, a bit of
The camera person.
a camera person advanced
seen
into
in
the
the
shots.
And I think that was the most obvious error.
But you say it was a camera person, but
But then,
remember
you know
that
what?
this was an event that had the media in it. So I thought that camera person was actually part of the media at
The
the
guy
event.
was zooming in to get Penny's
exactly expression.
And that was from
make it
TVC
obvious.
now. You have to zoom in real good. From TVC News, we got to do that.
So to be honest,
We
there
gotta
is
do that.
No
Yeah.
way that you would argue that's
No,
out.
you cannot
I mean,
argue
you
it.
can't. You
argue
can't
it.
because
as much
it
as
was
I
an
mean,
obvious error.
Yes, and the truth
then
is,
there's also the case of someone falling off with so much force from
No spoilers. No
Toby
spoilers.
thing.
No spoilers. No
on a
spoilers.
car.
Yeah, and the
That
car is
immo-
intact.
and the car is
I
intact.
will
I
say
can't
for
wait for both
efforts
your
out of a Nigerian.
I'm going to give 2 more parameters because so that we can real quick casting.
Casting.
Boom.
casting. I will give it a 3.5 or 4. They
Casting?
did well in their casting.
Let's not give it a 3. I think I liked
3,
the fact that Chika
3.5,
and Shoma were.
You can't rush me, forget. You can't be doing this. If you want me
quick.
to talk about this,
We're coming back. We're
okay,
coming
we
back.
better
for the
come back.
But finally, directing on this segment. Directing.
directing, I'll give it a 3.5. I think it was good.
I'll give it a 2.5.
A 2.5. You'll never meet Jadi. Tell you guys what. We're not done with this. We still have other parameters. So somewhere before the end of the show, we're going to bring this back, and you can perhaps maybe see, maybe if we are okay or not. But we'll collate everything, and before the end of the show, you get our final score for Gangs of Lagos and our final sentiments about it. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and it's a beautiful Friday morning. And you know, on Fridays, we like to serve you some fashion. And doing that with me today, we have an award-winning designer and creative director, Crystal Luxury Wears. Her name is Christiana Yaya Olalekan. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well.
You look
Thank
amazing.
you.
I like your metallic feel, your metallic
Thank
look,
you,
and
thank
the earrings are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I actually made them. Thank
You
you.
made them. Okay, you make accessories as well.
No, maybe sometimes I just feel creative enough to make anything I
Make
want
anything.
to.
Amazing. That's a beautiful thing about being creative. You can actually do anything. Once you just think about it, you can actually bring it to life. Amazing. So now tell me about Crystal Wears.
So Crystal Wear is the fashion brand that deals in clothing women of elegance. So we have services that covers for bridals. We do ready to wear as well.
Okay.
We do red carpet events. We also run fashion trainings.
Fashion trainings, okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Then we also do corporate styling.
Corporate styling. Amazing. So now tell me what, before Crystal Wears, what were you about? Before you got to that point that you decided, you know what, I'm going into fashion and I'm not looking back. What was it that you were actually into?
Okay, so when I left school, I did a printing media work. So I was a media executive at that time, but I only spent like a year during the space of working with them.
Yeah.
But while working with them, because I started fashion before getting the job opportunity.
Okay.
Actually, so it was after my 1 year with them, I felt, okay, during the 1 year, I wasn't even feeling satisfied.
Yeah.
Like, I would always think about fashion while I'm at work, not feeling the satisfaction. So then I felt, okay, I think I have to go fully into fashion, which was in 2017.
2017. So you've been
Yes,
doing this professionally
Officially
since
since
2017. And what has the journey been like so far? Because I know fashion in Nigeria is kind of interesting because I feel the space is saturated and we have everybody and their moms literally being fashion designers. So what has the journey been like for you?
Yeah, it's been interesting, and at the same time, it's not an easy task. Like, if you have to go into it, you go into it fully.
Tell me about the challenges. I
Well,
want to know.
okay, so aside having the challenges come to you, I feel as a brand, because you have it saturated, like you said,
Yes.
so it means that you have to stand out,
Yes.
and then you have to be sure about what you're giving to the public.
Very true.
If you are not good enough, it means nobody will come to you or even try to have your brand. Okay, so I wouldn't say it's been challenging, because it's just a way of building myself and then getting better with my craft.
Yes.
So I put in much work into it, you know. Then I have to be more creative than I started.
Yeah.
So we have new things coming up. We have new designs, new ideas coming up. So I feel going through this will not be a challenge for me, because it's more like building myself and making my creative capacity flow. you know.
Flow, and of course, making it larger and
Yes,
proper. Amazing. So, I mean, your pieces, as I said to you when you send them the pictures, they're just outstanding. You cannot
Thank
miss
you.
them. When you
Thank
see a
you.
crystal wear, you know this is crystal wear. And
I
because
hear
of
that
we
a lot.
you hear that a lot, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, we definitely had to bring some of them and drag them into the studio with us. So we have some models standing by. Can we have the first model, please? Okay, now tell me about this particular gorgeous black. Is that black?
Yes.
Black
yes,
outfit. Tell me.
yes.
It's sparkly. I can see it. I can catch it from the side
Okay,
of my eye.
so this is a
nice.
man-made dress.
Okay.
It's made with a velvet sequin.
Amazing.
And then we had to do some dramas,
Ooh, lovely.
because I actually like drama. Even when I'm doing simple outfits, I
Yes.
like to still put a touch of drama.
We
to
have
it.
that in common. I like drama. No, but just fashion drama, not
Yes,
human being
yes,
drama.
yes, yes.
Okay, so now tell me about the fabric. So you said velvet sequin?
Yes, yes.
So now, what is that we have on the shoulder?
We have two. We have two going all around. Yes, around the shoulder, across the hip area,
Yeah.
just to accentuate her waist, so it does not look like she's just bare.
Yeah.
So
Gorgeous.
That's what we
I can
have.
already imagine this against my skin. It's going to pop.
it will pop. Yes, it will.
So now tell me, what was the inspiration behind this particular look?
Okay, so I was thinking for a red carpet, a dinner event. So this will go with anything dinner. It will go with anything red carpet.
All right. Amazing. Nice, nice, nicely done. Okay, so let's see the next model. Thank you, model. Let's see the next model and see the next outfit that we actually have. Model, don't be shy. Come out, come out. Okay, so we have this one now. Tell me about this particular one.
Okay, so this one,
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
I was actually trying to make something of some materials that I have.
Yeah.
So this is like mixing two colors together, because I also like to work with colors.
The colors, yes.
Yes. So the color now is just to bring some brightness, to bring some life to whosoever is wearing it. So she is dark.
Yeah.
Even a fair lady can wear this,
Wear
and,
this
and then
stand
it's
out. Now tell me about the fabric with the main dress. Is that silk?
Yes, that's silk.
That's silk.
That's
Okay,
silk.
it's pattern silk. I don't think
Yes,
I'm aware
that's it. That's
of
silk.
that. And that's tulle as well on the
Yes,
construction.
yes. No, that's actually organza.
Oh, that's
So I had
organza.
to manipulate that organza to give me that form.
That form.
Yes.
What do we have wires in there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you structured
Yes.
organza. Amazing. How long did it take you to get this piece together?
2 days.
2 days. Okay, would you say that's quick or that's not quick?
That wasn't quick.
That wasn't quick, 2 days.
Yeah.
So normally give or take.
Some within a day,
Within a day.
Within 2-3 hours, I'm done
Else
making
you've
them.
done. Amazing. And to think, I mean, 2017, and this is really, really beautiful. And yes, as we said, when we see a crystal wear, we know crystal wear. Let's have two models stand by side by side. Yeah. They actually, like, both outfits look amazing. Now, seeing this outfit right here on the Wake Up Nigeria set on TVC, how does that make you feel? Seeing your designs right here, right now.
This is a beautiful experience for me.
Yeah.
At least I told you this is like my first live
Yes,
interview.
you said so.
So this is amazing. I like that you invited me here. I like that I'm here seeing beautiful faces, you know.
So what would you say that translates to the work you've put in over the years, and how would you say that encourages you to move forward?
Okay, so this is, I would call this an honor to my business, you know, when you put in so much work into your brand and then at the end of the day, people get to see it. I feel that you get to a stage where you have built a brand and then people start seeing you, they start coming to you. Yeah. So I think that's the stage that has brought TVC to my brand, and then I really, really appreciate it.
Amazing.
I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. We definitely love you for coming here.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you the very, very best. One quick question. Wrapping up, right? In 5 years, 10 years, where do you see Crystal West, or where would you like Crystal West to be?
Okay, so I have some projects I've been working on as a brand.
Okay.
And it's bringing fulfillment to not just me as a brand, but also to the general public, you know? So I really want to be able to touch more lives, impact more life in the space of between now and 5 years, be impactful, skill up more people, more women, and then just making the world proud.
Yeah, making the world proud, and also being a household name, right?
Yes.
Yourself in New York Fashion Week, in no time, Paris Fashion Week, all of that stuff. And definitely the sky is just a starting point for you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much once again for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you for
And that's all we have for you on fashion right now.
Hat on the back. Well done. You've done very well for yourself.
Well done, Mazino. You've done well. I thought you were going to say Mazino, well done.
I don't understand. Why
I was even patting you.
Yes, you pat me and say, oh,
it's
yes.
much more appreciated when it's from somebody else.
You've done well, Mazino. Well done. You want me to rub your head as well?
Leave my afro, please, not the afro. In any case, you guys are welcome back for the second hour here. First hour is always like a test for the second hour, because the second hour is always bigger and better. It's a better, different show for the second hour. Welcome to another beautiful one. This is Wake Up Nigeria. The next 45 minutes is just going to be for you guys. Let's kick off and tell them what's coming up, yes?
Yeah, today promises to be fun all the way. We have a special game today, guys. Have you heard about Chess in Slums?
Yeah.
Checking them out on Twitter, seeing what they've been about. Well, they are going to be here live in a bit, guys. And you want to stay tuned for that one.
And you play chess?
I can't. I really want to learn how to
learned
play
for
chess.
a bit. Then I gave it up, but then I saw the movie Gambit, then I resumed again, then I kind of like waned up. But I'm glad that they're here today because I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
In any case, my name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Email Koche. You can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Do not forget to send in those comments on all our socials at TVC Connect. Also use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Also download the app, the TVC app, on your iOS or Android devices. It's free of charge and you can keep us with you every single place you go.
Yeah.
And you're welcome. It's still Wake Up Nigeria and a very interesting session here because I'm joined with the guys from Chess in Slums. Did I get that right? You are welcome. This is Emmanuel Favor and Ayomide. Am I correct? Now, first of all, I wanted to ask, what is Chess in Slum?
All right. Chess in Slums is a non-profit that uses the game of chess as a tool to aid the cognitive abilities of children from impoverished backgrounds.
Okay. All right. Why was there a need for this? Why did you think, okay, let's go to these communities and try and engage young people with the game of chess? Why is it so powerful?
All right. Research has shown over the years that chess, beyond its elitist appellation, has the ability and capacity to improve the creative thinking and cognitive abilities of children All right, so on that, riding on that, the convener of Chess Islam, Tunde Onokoya, chess serves as, gave him opportunities to escape from the tight grip of poverty, because with chess he was able to run himself through the school, and he thought about it. He usually go with his friends to a slum community in Majidun. Then he will see kids who are smoking and doing all sorts, committing all sorts of vices, and he thought about it one day that, wait, this chess actually helped me through Yabatek, so I can actually engage these people. And that was how the journey started, and he brought the game to the community.
That's a grand idea, and I see that you have some youngsters here. There's Ayomide and Favor. You guys have been playing chess for how long? How long have you been playing? You've been playing for 2 years. How long have you been playing? And what has it done for you, would you say? Okay, I'm just been told that your mic isn't working yet, so I'm going to come back to you and ask you that question. But in your experience, what have you seen this game do for the lives of young people that you've engaged in it?
All right, this game first has helped us from telling a single story of poverty, because when you think about a poor child from the slum, what the first image that comes to your mind is a child in tattered and ragged clothes. But now, when you see children from such background playing this kind of game, just recently, there is this picture of Ronaldo and Messi posing with the game of chess, and that picture broke the internet.
It did actually.
Yeah, so now imagine for children from slum, and a game that is meant for the elites, for kings and queens. So we are using it to tell a new narrative, to tell a new story, and also portray them in a good light, to show that these kids, when they are given the right support and opportunity and empowerment, this is what they have the ability and the capacity to accomplish.
This has not just been done here in Lagos or in Nigeria. This is something that you do across Africa. The NGO is responsible for across Africa.
Yes.
I also remember that movie Queen of Katwe.
Yes, Queen of Katwe.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, very.
Absolutely.
And the Queen's Gambit.
The Queen's Gambit as well.
Yes.
I don't know, Ayomide. If I ask you, can we hear Ayomide? Because I want to ask Ayomide to actually help me out here. What do I do if I'm going to start the game? We're going to play the game at the end of the show, but just so I have a head start on the ladies here, because I think I might be challenging them. What do I need to know? How do I get started? Who do I play first?
Before you start, you play this step.
I thought I needed to go only one. Why do I need to go two?
Yes, you can go this one, this place, 2 step.
Okay.
And you can come here.
Okay,
Step,
can we do a
if you
speed
like.
chess game? A speed one. Is it possible? How fast can we do this? If I asked you to challenge me, for instance,
Okay.
you're going to be my coach. Be my coach, and let me play against Favor. Is that okay? Favor? So who goes first? Is it always
All
a
right,
white?
all right. Before then, you shake hands with
We have
your
to shake
opponent.
hands.
Yes. All right.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Don't cheat. I'll try not to. All right, speed chess. Boom.
You bring your knight out.
Knight only move in L shape, yeah?
Yes.
All right, speed game. Pawn? Or let's just do this. Let me try. Did I get that?
No.
I didn't?
Yes, yes.
I did?
Yes.
Yes, you get.
Wow, my rook's gone.
No.
That doesn't work?
You capture this.
I can take that sideways. Yes, now I remember. See, I have a very... Oh, wow, that went fast. It's not going like I thought it will go. If I bring that there... Okay, I know what to do now. It's coming back. It's all coming back. It's coming back. Your turn, Favor. I see what you're doing there, Favor. I see what you're doing. I'm gonna bring this guy out here.
No.
Jesus, how did that happen?
Yeah, because the bishop moves in an L shape.
I should remember that next time.
And it's always good to develop your bishop, your knight towards the middle. Your knight is not strong towards the edge.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of playing it towards
So-
the edge, it will have been better you move it
She
to the
has
center.
both my knights.
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Capture.
I can, boom, take your bishop. What you got to say now? How does the rook move?
Sideways.
Sideways. All right, I'm going to do that. What you got? What you got?
Should have castled.
Boom. Uh-huh.
That's a
Eh?
check. That's a checkmate. Okay, okay, okay.
Let's just leave it at that checkmate because I'm surprised that you got checkmate in less than 2 minutes already. And if I didn't know any better, I'd lose, but I'm just going to play it there and then we'll continue this after. Emmanuel, don't go. Favor, don't go. Ayomide, don't go, because at the end of the show, we're going to have a match, you guys against us. I think has an idea of chess, very small idea of chess, and I'm going to give Winfrey a crash course, and then we'll go against each other. How's that? How's that for a fair game?
Awesome.
Cool. You win this one now, although it's not really ended, but stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. Stay with us. When we get back, we've got more, especially inside the kitchen. I don't know, how's that going inside of there? Is everything still steamy and all? Well, we'll find out. Just stay tuned here on Wake Up Nigeria.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, we bring you everything fun, and more fun. And of course, good food, guys. With me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Esther.
Hi.
Hi. And this morning, she's making mashed potatoes with steak, right? So let's get right into it because there's still so much to go on, but I see that we've started prepping. So
Yes.
what's going on?
So yeah, marinating the steak.
Okay. So I'll just quickly run through the ingredients because like she has so much work to do. We have our Sazan.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Bougie much. Okay, so we're making the marinade for our steak, and I see that you melted the butter.
Yes.
And in here, we have the melted butter. What else do we have in there? What are you mixing?
The sazan, and then salt. This is stock cube and garlic powder.
Okay.
Then chili.
In chili.
Yeah,
Okay.
this gives-
So we're going to mix all of that in
Yes.
and use in marinating our steak.
Yes,
And I see that this one has been marinated for a while.
Yes.
Okay. And making sure all of those ingredients go in. Right. Looks yummy already. Okay. So I see we're having, or we're using sweet potatoes instead of the regular Irish potatoes that would use for our mashed potatoes, right?
Yes.
Great. And in here, oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's
Did you add anything in this?
no, just
Just the
salt.
potatoes and
Just
salt?
potato, yes.
Okay, and a little bit of water.
Yes.
What's next?
So next, I will mash it a little, then add milk,
Okay,
then season it maybe with like just little stock cube,
okay.
garlic powder. Of course, I love garlic powder.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
Garlic powder, and that's all.
Okay.
Just mash
So
it.
quickly, let's see how you're going to
Okay.
do that. Right. Because the kids are definitely going to love this, guys. This is one recipe I think you, moms, dads, aunties, guardians, should try this weekend. The kids are absolutely going to love this. You really don't have to use steak. You could use fish, right?
Yes.
You could use beef, you could use chicken, you could use any protein at all. And, well, as you can see, breakfast is coming together really nicely. We are mashing together our potatoes.
Yeah.
And what's going into the potatoes now that they're-
Milk.
Milk, okay.
Yeah.
When do you need me to pour it in?
You can put it in now.
I'm just here to assess. Okay, so we're going to pour in our evaporated milk, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's
How much of
okay.
it?
That's okay.
Okay, to give it that creamy, buttery taste.
Yes.
I love it. I told you I'm a fan. I love the mashed potatoes. I really love them. Aside from the fact that they're really healthy and they're packing on a lot of nutrients, the kids are absolutely going to love it. And it's quite tasty as well. And they're affordable. They're more of an affordable and accessible option other than the Irish potatoes. Irish potatoes are very expensive right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we added our milk, what else is going in?
Come together, then we'll season it.
Okay,
Can
what are we
actually,
seasoning with?
Just little salt.
Okay, and what else?
To taste, of course, garlic powder.
And then the garlic powder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay,
So you
that's
can
it for her. But hey, season to taste.
Exactly.
Season to taste. It depends on how you like your mashed potatoes. I love tasty, I love spicy, and well, don't over spicy though when you're working with the kids or when you're making them for the kids, because well, you know, they don't need too much of those in their body, in their systems. And yes, people, so while we're wrapping things up here in the kitchen, so much interesting stuff we have planned here on the show. Promise that you won't go anywhere because we have our last guest right there on the couch already.
Welcome back from a call. Winfrey just
Like spicy.
received the call from her sweethearts. Anne's going to tell them.
No.
Her husband is calling her all over the place like, where's my wife? Where's my wife? There's traffic out there. Did you get it
I have
work
no
okay?"
idea what this guy is talking about. Anyways, it's a Friday, and of course, you know we have a guest, a special guest for you.
Yes.
And finally joining us for a final conversation, we have Akeem Ogara Adeza,
Yeah.
an actor, I like that, and commercial model who has graced popular TV series like Tin Cell, Baby Drama, Mr. Fat, Picture Perfect, My Flatmates, and many others. The list literally goes on. Okay.
You are welcome. Good to have you here. I've seen you on TV so many times. I'm like, oh, that's him. And you
Yeah.
look the same.
Oh.
No extra pounds, no difference in.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you
just
so much. Thank
And
you.
you've got a great interpersonal personality.
Ooh, clap for me now. Drum rolls.
It's
drum
okay.
rolls.
It's okay. It's okay. Good to have you here, man.
Yeah, same here.
Let's talk about you. I don't want to talk about from the beginning or anything. I just want to talk about you as a person now in Nollywood and
Okay.
everything that's happening inside of Nollywood. There's so much that is happening.
Yeah.
You're also a part of it. And if I was to ask you as someone deep in the core of all of this, are you impressed with how where Nollywood is going? I asked that question carefully because previously I would have given a difference between old Nollywood and new Nollywood. But so many actors have come here,
Yeah, we've done
and they've
that.
kind of like ironed that out and told me, hey, it's just.
To be
Nollywood.
honest, you know.
So what do you think about the advancement of Nollywood?
So what I see now is, first off, more acceptance, more collaborations, and of course, I mean, it's a bigger picture, more profit.
Okay.
So before now, I wasn't there anyways, but we worked and saw that we're producing movies, and as individual project. But now we see a need to put monies together, put ideas together, bring your equipment, let me bring money. Let's shoot this, you distribute this, and it's everywhere. We're enjoying our monies, and
Hand wash hand, that's so hand to take clean.
you understand, yeah.
Nicely done, nicely said. Okay, that means, anyway, so I will zoom in on your own personal growth and all of that. You started off as a model,
Yeah, actually.
okay?
I am
So
still a commercial model anyways.
you still are a commercial model, and you've actually worked with the biggest brands.
But God's
How? Because a lot of people have tried to through this path.
Yeah.
And of course, with the saturation of the industry and all of that, how have you managed to stay consistent and even act in all of that? Why do you think the brands keep choosing your face? Why? We need to know.
All right, so firstly, I want to say something. If there's anything you desire, you have to really want it and go for it. When I started doing commercial modeling, I was still working at the bank.
No, you were a banker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did same for 4 years. But I'll come out weekends, go for auditions. I was in sales, so I could come out. FCB, I'm sorry, anyways.
Nah.
I still your time, so I'll come out, go for auditions. I just believed that if you wanted a man out of 1,000 people, I'll be that person.
Nice.
So I prepare. I prepare. When I get a brief for an audition, I prepare enough to look like that character. You're going to play someone's father in a commercial. You don't go wearing a jean. Men or fathers wear jean, but I'll go wearing a suit or native. Prepare, So when you get there, you look like what they are looking for.
So they don't have to look to, by the time they just glance, they're like,
you look like what they are
that's our
looking
father
for.
right there. Oh,
Again,
amazing.
you check the brand. What is the brand? The brand is this. What are their colors? Play around their colors.
You have pen and paper.
Nah.
Jot things down. Jot things down.
Yeah, you don't need another job.
What did you
play around their colors. So all you're trying to do is sell yourself to the point where they see you and they know you're the one they're looking for.
Nice.
And that's all.
Amazing.
Very interesting. Yeah, about this modeling and movie thing, this going for auditions and casting and all
Yeah.
that, I have a very big question and a pet peeve. My entire life, I've never shaved. I can't grow a beard.
There's no need to shave. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Enough said. But is there a particular preference for bearded men in Nollywood or in the what do you call it, modeling industry?
This is a very personal question.
Leave
by
me
the
alone.
way.
I do not
Just
think
wait.
so because there are times where it's more of client's preference actually. There are times where clients they prefer the father to look like this and not like this. You know, but remember that the decision makers, who are they? Let's leave the brand now. Okay, it's a conservative brand, we agree. But these people, how do they even perceive bearded people? So if, let's say, two of you are the decision makers right now, and you don't have beards, I want to think that if you would say, let's advertise this, you'll say, oh, yeah, want a clean man, clean shaved.
Clean shave, yeah.
It has a way of affecting, these decisions. I'm just saying, but
So that's for modeling. But in Nollywood, I saw a lot of actors who get these, what do you call it now? What do you call characters now?
Yeah.
Mostly all bearded. Yes, it's personal. Because if I was ever going to try, I don't think I'll ever get these spots. So
okay, so on that part, to be very honest,
Yeah,
I don't
be
think it's
honest.
me, I just think that it's more manly. You look more manly when you're bearded. I'm sorry.
sorry, my producer is shouting at me. Let me remove this because he's very, very well bearded.
Yeah. But so just look more manly when you're bearded. I'm not saying. You're not less of a man if you don't have.
You
beards,
said it
but
already. Don't worry, go on.
His voice has lightened. Did you notice?
And I hear again that beards. It's really fine on camera. So
Wow, interesting. Okay, so now I'll ask you this question very directly, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, you strike me as someone that takes rejection very toughly, very difficult, in a difficult way. Because, if you prepare, you put all of this, you will not tell me
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
actually took
Yeah.
all the auditions and
Yeah.
aced all of them. So tell me about those particular auditions you actually didn't ace, how you felt, and how you dealt with that.
So in the beginning, there was no expectation. When I say no expectation, in the beginning for like first 2 years, I never got a call back.
Ooh, wow, that's tough.
Like 2 years. No callbacks. I was used to, we'll get back to you. And nobody calls. And you call the alpha now, say, they've not called you back, just hold on. And next day, I seen the job on air. So
No.
I got used to that part.
Yeah.
So when it started coming, it felt like, okay,
Paid
I'd pay this due. So, let it come.
You're working on a project for Netflix, yeah?
Actually, yeah.
Why is everybody doing stuff for Netflix as against maybe the
Money.
cinemas? What's the difference? Is there?
Is the money.
There's more cash in streaming.
Between what and what?
Between streaming services,
Yeah.
for streaming services, and launching on cinema.
Two things. For cinemas, after production, there's a lot that goes into post-production, marketing. You have to monitor how these things are being shown,
Yeah.
monitor your money. But for Netflix, just
Submit.
produce well,
Collect
submit.
your money and be going.
So the stress is less.
Yes.
But they have the power to also bargain, and so this is what we want to offer you. You get it? So yeah.
Okay, so now would you say it's worth it? With the streaming platforms we have now, we have Netflix, we have others, we have Prime, we have a
Yeah.
whole lot coming up. Now, would you say it has helped the industry? Because we see great movies on this platform, but at the same time, we also see movies that are not so great. What impact would you also say this has to cinemas,
Yeah.
going to the cinemas, and then, of course, quality of production?
Yeah. I just think Netflix is just more open-handed these days, and for originals, they are very, very, very concerned about that. But for other movies, just bargaining. You bring your movie, they just rate it, and it's okay. This movie, not too, not bad, good story. And again, so they are very concerned about stories, African stories.
Yeah.
So, you could tell a story well, but maybe bad production, and just good story, but okay.
Okay.
We offer this.
Okay.
Now you're a veteran in the movie industry.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have you in the movies. What is your preference for if there's a kissing scene or not? Do you look forward to them? Do women look forward to them when you're involved?
We have one.
Oh, look at
Right
one
there.
on TV right now. Look at that.
I didn't do that. It came right on time.
Was that real though? Was that real?
It was real.
So these are real?
Of course.
I'm in the wrong job.
Of
But
course.
what is it like? What does your partner think, for instance?
Okay,
about
so when you get a script and you see scenes like that, you want to see the need for that action. Some stories, okay, they got into the room, started kissing. No, it doesn't make sense. So it is a build up, or if that kiss, if that particular, those actions are very important, it means that you will do it. That is stage one. That's agreeing with yourself that you will do it. Now you want to know the partner who you are doing that with.
Yeah.
You know, so
personal
if
hygiene is
Jonas, if I've said I'm going to do this with this person, and I get to know the character, and I don't feel comfortable,
Yeah.
Okay.
you can tell the director you don't want to kiss.
Okay.
You don't want to do this. You don't want to go.
Have you
this
been in
far.
that situation before, and how did it turn out?
Who was it?
Okay, nobody has ever rejected me.
Would you
In
say
this-
it if they had?
Of course, of course, of course, of course.
Wait.
So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but,
Yeah.
you know, it has happened, but not to me.
You're married, however. Yes?
I'm not married.
You're not married.
Okay, so this, you saw this? Oh my goodness. So I'm on a particular set.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
there's a
I'm
bit of
doing
method
this.
acting, huh? You're
So
trying
I'm
to...
just, in fact, oh my
Yeah,
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. But then you are in a relationship. Perhaps. I'm not asking specifically who.
Are you?
I don't want to ask
Please
that.
answer.
I don't want to ask that. My question
Ah.
was, how does your partner...
you?
So I'm not in a very, I'm not
The
actually.
situationship.
That's the word.
Yeah. Whoever it is out there is just... they're leaving your key right now. But how would your partner feel during these scenes? Is where I was going.
So I say this a lot of times. It's beyond what they see on TV. Who are you before your job? Before you got that job, who are you? You know, if your partner knows that you're a good man, you're a good person, you will not do this. You probably have like less explanations to do. You know, but when you were never trusted. So we not see things and, you know, why would you have to do this and do that? Those situations will come in. But if you're a good person, I don't think it's such a big deal. Although when you get married, I also think that, you know, you have this conversation with your partner. This is how far you should go.
Yeah.
This is how far you should do. This is how late or early you should come back, respective of what you're shooting with or what you're doing.
Okay.
You know. So it's just about you respecting that institution too and say this. But you know, for maybe boyfriend and girlfriends, and it's not too tough. Like
So would you say that same thing applies to nudity now? Because I know we see a lot of scenes like right now where we have, I mean, men, just because they want to deliver the story in a certain kind of way, they actually have to be in nude scenes.
Yeah,
Would you play a nude scene?
yeah, to some level, yeah. I've played a couple, so
Okay.
yeah.
Wouldn't you want to ask specifically which movie so
No,
they
I
can
wouldn't
go
want to
research?
ask, no, I
It's
don't
all
know.
research. It's
No,
all research.
I mean, more than
Akeem,
one,
man,
a lot.
listen.
I see.
That's Akeem in the Yoruba movie. It's not Yoruba. I guess it's a surprising bit.
Very surprising.
You know.
He says he hasn't seen the movie.
No, I've not seen it.
But you were in it.
Of course. I mean, how many did you see?
Interesting.
Right.
Evan, please.
Welcome to the kitchen, Akeem. This is Chef Esther. I know that you are, you know,
Don't spoil it yet, man.
steak.
That's why I'm here.
Yes.
That is
You
why I'm
made-
here.
You made mashed potatoes with steak, which Mazino can't wait to try. So, are you happy now?
Yes, I am happy. So this is how this is going to play because Akeem is in
Yeah.
fasting.
Yeah.
In fasting right now. I am going to be assisting him because I don't fast to taste this delicious meal. So can we bring it over already?
Please
Can we-
serve yourself.
now. Man,
no,
why
no.
you
Come
why
through
you
now, come
wicked
through.
like this? Why you like
Be nice
bowing
to the
like-
end now.
Akeem, while I'm tasting your food for you,
I was swallowing for you.
I wanted to know,
commented for
what do you
him.
think about culture in art? We've had this situation currently regarding gangs of Lagos and
Yeah.
your portrayal. What did you think about it?
To be honest, so when you're telling a story, I think it should be done in its original form, all right? But however, you cannot tell the story the way it is. There's always some sort of fictions, making it lively and beautiful, you know. So you must definitely alter it. So for Gangs of Lagos, I'm not saying that what happened in Gangs of Lagos is the exact thing that happened with the Ayo Festival.
Ayo,
Of course, no.
Okay.
You know, of course, no. But there must have been similarities. There must have been little occurrences of one of those things that happen. You know, it might not be the exact thing happening, but Oh, come on. You cannot tell me that it never happened.
Yeah,
That's
we
grand.
hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you so,
So Akeem,
much.
please, would you tell them how it tastes?
Tastes so good.
It does taste fantastic. I'm especially surprised about the mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, yeah?
Yeah, mashed potatoes.
Is there sugar in there?
No.
No.
It's delicious.
Sweet potatoes. Sweet
Okay.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's why. And the beef is not getting in between my teeth, so that's perfect.
All right, so yeah, you guys are ready. If you need a food, if there's a food competition, you need a judge, yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Thanks to everyone that joined us.
When I'm not fasting.
Don't worry, next time we will.
To all our guests for being here, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akeem.
You're
Thank you, Chef
welcome.
Esther. You have been wonderful. And to you watching at home, have a great weekend. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Pepper in the air.